All right, hello guys, and we are going to learn how to create a Facebook group. So you may have heard me mention that it is a fantastic idea to create a Facebook group that is specific to your neighborhood, or if you are looking to get that garage sale, page up. That is also, you could do a group on that one. Personally, mine is a page currently, but anyway, we're going to talk about groups. So let's go ahead and click right there, create, and then go down to group. And it's going to ask you to name your group. And we're going to name it something that is relevant. Living in, let's see. Living in 60192 is the zip code that I service personally. Let's see, that would be want to make sure we make it relevant. So we will include, so if somebody types in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, I want my group to pop up, okay? Chances of somebody typing in living in 60192, pretty slim. Somebody typing in zip code 60192, pretty slim. However, somebody typing in the actual city and the state, chances are pretty high. So living in 60192, then add the city and the state. So living in zip code. Add some people. I'm going to skip that for now. Now we want to make sure our group is private, okay? So it's not a public group. We want people to actually ask for entry. And we want to make sure that this group is visible, okay? So we want to make sure anybody can find the group. And I'm going to put into my shortcuts. Create. Welcome to your brand new group. Was that easy? Was easy, right? All right. So here are a couple things. One of the first ones, you do want to make sure you have a cover that is relevant. Okay. I suggest you create one in Canva, and I personally don't have one right now, so I'm going to have to do that in a little bit. But make sure it's something that's relevant. And then you want to make sure, let's see, choose from photos. I don't think I have anything in there. Nothing local. Nothing local. Nope. There was actually one. Oh, nothing too local. Want to make sure we hit those dimensions right on it. So what we can do to find out dimensions, because Facebook is ever evolving. So I don't want to just tell you, oh, it's this and this, because this and this, depending on when you watch the video, might be different. So what we want to do is we want to go to Google, good old Google, and just type in Facebook group cover photo size. See, it's already popping up. Great. And from there, you see, here's your Facebook group photo cover template for 2020. The new template is the recommended width of 1640 pixels, proportion of 1.91 by 1. This one was posted January 22nd, 2020. So pretty recent, right? So when you pull up dimensions, you may want to make sure that you have that. Let's see if we find some images. There's 1640 by 856. So if I was to go to Canva, let's see, go to Canva, canva.com, and we would create design. custom dimensions, and we'll type in here 1640, 856, create design. And this one here should be the perfect size now of your cover picture. So if we are looking into creating something, you want to make sure it's kind of like this, just because it got 3 pictures, so I can pick 3 local pictures. I can name that living in States. Welcome to 6092. Let's see. All right. For example, right? So I would probably make sure it stands out a little bit more. Make sure it's something that pops, because we like color. Make sure it kind of, fits your brand. That could probably be a little bigger. Not a big fan of the font, so I'm going to change that as well. See if there's some text elements. Personally, I'm a big fan of the text elements that are already put in place, because, guys, there is a reason that they look amazing. So if I was to see how this one is going to look, might be a little bit hard to read. Line spacing is also really big. Let's see. I mean, you can really just play around with this so much. I think I made it worse. I gotta have to. Yeah, I don't like any of that. We're gonna take it out. Let's see. Let's try that. I think that's a little better. Anyway, so we're gonna just play around with it. I want to make sure it stands out, and I want to make sure that I have some local pictures, of things that I think are drawing people. So you want to, obviously, that depends on your community. So you want to make sure you have something where you feel like, okay, this is something that draws people, they recognize it, to make sure it's a relevant picture to your target audience. And once you have all of this created, you would simply then download it. Let's see if we can move that a little. Okay. See if there's a filter. No. All right. We are gonna have to spruce this up a little bit. I'm like totally not loving any of that. Not bad. This one's like a more classic one. I want bold and vibrant, and see what kind of backgrounds they got. Let's see. I mean, there's just so, obviously we need to change that. So many different ones. This one is also not bad. Might be a little bit too girly. Too formal, too girly. I know. Boy, hard to be pleased tonight. And when it comes to, I mean, you can really play around with it all along. That's more pumpkin-y for a long, long time. I like yellow, actually. I like that. So have some, you know, driving pictures. Do like yellow tones. All right, I'm gonna probably play around with it a little bit later to just kind of see. Oh, this one was, no, it wasn't. There was one that had like a walking woman. It was kind of cool. Let's see if I find it. There's so many, guys. I mean, you can, I do that right. Oh, you know, every time I'm recording, it does slow down a little bit, so bear with me here. Might take a minute. Pineapple. I think I messed up my computer. Okay. Anyway, feel free to pick a picture that is resembling with you. Okay, totally messed it up now. Anyway, I'm gonna have to turn off the recording, upload it, and then consider adding some content of things that, oh, where'd it go? That you wanna share on this page. So things that you can share are, you know, definitely points of interest. When it comes to living in a certain area, you want to feature businesses. You want to make sure you tag those businesses because we want to make sure that their audience also sees this and is interested in what's happening. We want to make sure that we draw more people to our group because you are in charge of when you want to do business promotions. You are in charge of when realtor recommendations are being asked for. Okay, so consider doing this because it can really be beneficial. I still doesn't have that working. All right, anyway, I'm gonna start playing around with it with some of that group cover stuff, but I hope it was helpful. And if you need anything else, feel free to post in the group and I'll catch you next time.